Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today's video is an exciting one, but at the same time, it had a little bit of pain in it. And well, basically we're on the free-to-play today, and it's day number 51 free-to-play account. You know, this the whole free-to-play challenge that we had with Hell Hades and a bunch of other content creators, like 50 something of us doing it. And we've basically been doing this by only using epics or free legendaries, such as Rathalos that we all get, such as, like, you know, if we're gonna get set of the Drakes, we could have used one, or if we did any fusion. So no pulled legendaries allowed. As an example, I'm gonna show you that I did pull off a random ancient Echelon yesterday. And then a while back, I did pull rich stuff. Well, if we go on my account and we look by rarity, you're gonna see that they're not here anymore. They were 5-star chickens because, well, this was the challenge called. But what happened today is actually the fact that I managed to beat my previous personal record, which was day 60, of getting Arbiter. That's just insane. That's mind-blowing. I cannot believe I actually managed to do that. So the last time, I think it was actually last year when we had the free-to-play challenge again with Hell Hades and all that. I think I grabbed Arbiter by day 60, but at that point I already had the Tomb Lord, I think I already had Lysandra, so I already had some good pulls. I already had some good stuff on my account. Whereas this time around, yes, I did pull some good stuff, but it wasn't all that, honestly. It wasn't all those good pulls. It's kind of like I had to work with what I had, but I did have a couple of key champions that definitely helped me beat some of the challenges. So the first big challenge that I had was obviously getting the arena stuff. I chose to go with Spirit Affinity Accuracy first because, well, I was using Deacon, Armiger, Luria, Satyr, like, you know, there were several people that were Spirit Affinity that the accuracy helped me on. After that, now I'm just slowly starting to push to Force because, well, I have Rathalos and I want accuracy for him to use the Brimstone, because most of us should get Rathalos and his Awakening from this, or at least, you know, at least 1 star. And you're gonna want accuracy to land Brimstone. Nothing else in this kit requires accuracy apart from this one, which you don't really care about because it's single target and against bosses, it cannot be resisted, okay? But then I also have a Sepulchre Sentinel, I do have Skull Crusher, but, you know, these two at least are more clan boss champions. They're more clan boss focused, that's what they're gonna help us. Venom Mage was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, she was a pretty good carry with this one for clan boss. For some waves, even for the Dragon was really good. Deacon was my start, which amazing champion. Did pull a Cold Heart. Cold Heart did help me a ton to be able to beat the Fire Knight, okay, and also for the Spider. But I'm not gonna lie, for the Spider, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Even though you see I completed this mission, clear stage 20 of the Spiders, then 10 times on auto, on normal, it's not a consistent team. This one had me do 50 or 60 runs to get the 10 ones done. Like, it was a 10% success rate. Don't judge me. I really wanted to do it, just to grab it, get it over with, because this one's just gonna require me to use gems to buy keys, okay? I'm gonna rebuild my clan boss team and try to see if I can do the team with Sepulchre, Skull Crush, you know, have everybody perfectly speed-tuned so that I can can keep it afterwards, because I'm trying to get this team to hopefully do Ultra Nightmare, okay? But we're gonna talk about that in a little bit. So let's start with the last one that I actually did, Spider. What team did I use for stage 20? Well, I used this team over here, okay? I used Deacon Armstrong, Rathalos for the smacks, Umbral Enchantress to actually keep the Spiderlings busy for the first period, and then Armiger, which I just 6-starred yesterday. I fed couple of people that I was keeping for factions, like Satyr, he was 40, I 5-starred him, he was a chicken, because I have Cold Heart, I don't need him anymore. Then I had like what's his name, Seneschal, I fed him as well. And I just 6-star Armiger because, you know what, I wanted to make it easier to build him so that I can get a banner on him. It's not even maxed, but still, a banner, more stats, it did help me. And then obviously Cold Heart for her enemy max HP hit. I even changed her blessing. I had I had Phantom Touch on her, but then I changed it to Hero Soul because I just needed the damage there, okay? I just needed to kill the Spiderlings, the Spider, to do as much damage as I could, and that's about it. Because you know what, I did not have good enough gear or enough silver to try and level up to have good enough firepower to do more damage with her and Armiger, so I had to rely on some RNG. And the RNG was relentless on her, relentless on Armiger. I needed that. I needed them to proc a few relentlesses, so Armiger comes back to his A2 faster, and Coldheart comes back to her A3 faster. That's what I needed. Without that, I'm not sure I would have ever done it. I would have needed either a second Coldheart or a something like a Renegade to reset my cooldowns, or, you know, something else, or an AoE HP burner, because apart from that, it would have been just impossible. Like, maybe if I had a miscreated monster, I could push it instead of Umbral, because, you know what, a miscreated also brings area protection, brings shield, stuns, so he could have been a good idea. But because I didn't, I randomly pulled on Friday Umbral. I've been banging my head against the wall for the Spider 20 since like Thursday. And on Friday, I think I had like 11, 12 voids. I pulled one void. I had like 13 ancients. I pulled them all, just trying to get something else to help me. Didn't really do that. But then I got Umbro. Like I said, tried with her. It was still not quite there yet. I pulled all my voids and it still didn't work. But I managed to make it work with that team. And like I said, I only needed to do this 10 times. Now I can just go back to stage 10, honestly. Because I don't think even 16 is reliable enough. I can go back to stage 10, do this up until I actually decide to work on it and try and push it further, because when I'm actually farming, I want 100% teams, or, you know, 97% in case some bad RNG happens. That's what I really want. So yeah, that was the first team. I'm not going to go through all the presets stuff and whatnot because it's not a reliable team. And same for the other ones. I'm not going to go through the presets. If you want me to make a dedicated video on the teams that I use for Fire Knight, Dragon, and Ice Golem, leave it in the comments below and I'm going to make a dedicated video. But for this one, like I said, I'm just trying to show you the teams that actually work. So for this one, for stage 20, I actually use Deacon, Apothecary, Coldheart, Rathalos, and Luria. This team was actually fun, and I'm not gonna lie, she did better than I expected. Luria's freeze for the waves was actually pretty useful. That helped me quite a lot. But as an example now that I have Umbral, I'm not sure I would still use Luria. I think I would swap over to Umbral because, well, Luria does a freeze, but she's only a 75% chance. You know, it's not good enough, not reliable enough. Whereas Umbral, because I fully booked her, because that's how the books went. Like all the books that I had, I'm even gonna throw this one in. Okay, don't judge me, guys. I was missing one. I was missing one spot. Okay, one more book here. Everything else was booked. I was missing one more book. I used the Mythic Tome. I actually used a Mythic Tome on her because, you know what? This account's gonna end in a month. I'm not gonna pull a Mythic. If I pull, I cannot use him. I'm not gonna fuse Lady Mikage, so I don't really care about that Mythic Tome. I kept my Legendary Tomes, okay? Let me just show you. So I did use, but I had one Mythic Tome. I just used that. I just could not be bothered to wait anymore. So I just used that Tome just so I could get her a chance to land that Provoke, which is for 2 turns. Keep in mind, that's a massive one. 2 turns Provoke to 100%. But yeah, this was my Fire Knight team. Honestly, this is pretty straightforward. As long as nobody dies on the waves, when I get to the boss, I'm good. Because turn meter control here, turn meter control here, turn meter control for our team here. With increased speed and all that, we just get the time. If we also get the lucky decreased speed from Luria, then we are good. So yeah, this was the team. Worked pretty fine. I think this was like an 80% or 90% success rate. Again, if I don't die in the waves, it's pretty easy. So if she lands or freeze, I'm quite sure now if I just take her out and throw in Umbral, it should be a 100% team. Okay, so that was the Fire Knight. Then the Ice Golem one was again a little bit tricky, but I used this team. And for this one, I actually had to click it. I hate Ice Golem. It's the stupidest dungeon in the game. The most annoying and the most RNG one. Whoever designed this is an idiot because they designed dumb AI for their champions because they all go hit the boss. Both sides adds are up and the boss is like, killing you all. So yeah, this dungeon is stupid. But what I did for this one in order to make it be successful is I would always manual Venomage. So when I would get to the boss, Venomage would have the A3 first, she would do that one, and then when she came back around to her turn, I would collect the boss so she lands the decrease attack. Without decrease attack on this boss, you're screwed, okay? If you don't have ally protection, block damage, something of that sort, this boss needs a decrease attack because otherwise you just get one shot. It's especially with Rathalos that, you know, when he has his A2, he's like, I'ma kill the boss. And you're like, no, wait, because he's gonna kill us. So yeah, that was the thing with Rathalos. and the ice golem, but still I did it, it's fine. And then when it comes to dragon, honestly not much to talk about this one. This one's full auto, this one works. Again, Skull Crusher brought me the protection for that one, but this one, again, I can swap with Luria. I can bring, I think actually not Luria's wrong affinity. I can bring Umbrella again in here. Her 2-turn provoke should keep me just safe. I just land that, and then I'm good to go. Obviously, I would re-gear her now, because right now Umbro's really slow. Okay, she's like just a little bit 151. Just one speed faster than the Spiderlings, because you don't want her to go again as soon as possible, as she's gonna lose the unkillable. Because not only does she provoke everybody for 2 turns, but she also gets unkillable on herself for 2 turns. So you want her to be like for Spider, where you want the Spiderlings to slowly hit and be controlled as much as possible. You don't want this to fall off. Whereas for the other waves, you don't mind that you get hit, because you might have a healer, a reviver alongside, you're just fine. As long as you keep them controlled, that's just okay. So this was the dragon team. Then for arena, honestly, for arena, I mostly did this. I looked for that, you know, Paragon one-man defense is a trap. I look for stuff like this, and then I would just take my normal wannabe free-to-play speed team. Okay, this one's a death. You know what? Screw you with your Stone Skin, Lord Cesar, and in arena trying to tank. Like, that's how much of a deck can you be? If you're tanking, just fucking tank. Don't be this piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry, I just get full triggered when people do this. Okay, this is not cool. Like, this, if this is you thinking you're smart, you're not. Okay, so OBS net, you're just a piece of shit. So don't do that, guys. Don't be that guy. If you want to tank, just use a one-man defense like this. A Deacon, an Arbiter, a 5-star Chicken. Don't use a Stone Skin one, or like I see UDKs, or I see this one. Like, come on, really? That's just being a dick. But anyway, that's just me. Let's not make these idiots take away from my happiness, because like I said, I'm gonna get Arbiter. I'm not gonna keep you through this, because I think I'm just not gonna blast all my keys. I have 2 keys that I need to use, but I first need to regear my team for the clan boss. And like I said, this one's gonna be my team down here. Okay. So it's gonna be Sepulchre Sentinel in the lead. I don't think I'm even gonna use the speed lead from Deacon. I think I'm just gonna rely on Sepulchre's one, because if I do this, then everybody's gonna be so much slower. I already have a speed tune that I know it's basically the Sepulchre build. Once the team's set and it works, I'm gonna make a video on it. So it basically relies on Sepulchre, increased defense block debuffs, decreased attack on the A1. She's gonna go on a 4-to-3 ratio. She's always gonna land this one. She's always gonna place it just before the first AoE, so we are affinity friendly, and then it's gonna be there for the stun, so we're basically gonna also be blocking the stun. Deacon's gonna be in there for the leech, which will allow us to not have lifesteal on everybody. He also brings decreased defense. Venomage obviously poisons heal reduction with the passive. We're gonna take less damage. Also has a decreased attack and decreased defense on the A2, and activates poisons on the A1. Skull Crusher, obviously the beast, counter attack and ally protection. The ally protection is actually more important in here, because it basically mitigates a ton of damage, but obviously the counter attack is huge as well, because it kind of makes us be 100% sure we always have leech on. And then Rathalos is going to be in there just for the big smacks and to be the brimstone applier, since I have a 3-star, so it's a 3-star brimstone. That's going to be amazing. But this is it. I managed to do it. Actually, I'm gonna get myself Arbiter. Maybe not tonight. I might just do it tomorrow after reset, because like I said, I have 2 keys. Then one's gonna refresh in like 6 hours. Then another 1 or 2 in the morning when I wake up. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this one has to be not during the same 24-hour period, in a sense of when the daily is reset, but it has to be on the same level of the Demon Lord. So keep that in mind if you do this, so you don't do that mistake. I have to do 100 million on Nightmare or higher up until it resets in 17 hours. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 keys now, another one later, and then tomorrow morning before reset, like before this one resets, I'm gonna do 1 key or a couple of keys, hit that 100 million, collect my 6 pieces of 6-star Cruel, collect Arbiter, because that's why I wanted to push this weekend. It's also a champion chase, okay? It's also a champion chase tournament. I already did, pulled some shots like I told you. I got the legendary, some epics. I got myself to these points. If I'm gonna pull Arbiter, I'm gonna get over 3,000. I'm gonna grab another book, so why not? Free resources. Plus, there's the champion training event going on right now, so it's gonna be the perfect time for me to actually level up Arbiter, even though I did a ton, because, like I said, a 6-star Armiger. But anyway, this is gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're excited as me to see the fact that, well, actually I'm getting Arbiter. Okay, it's gonna be day 52 because I'm trying to be slightly efficient because I just wasted like 400 gems to beat the spider on 20 on auto. But yeah, thank you all for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.